Hi, I am Amanda Hammerly, the Executive Director for the International Association of Insurance Professionals, and I'd like to welcome everyone to today's town hall. If this is your first town hall, we are so glad you're here and thank you so much for joining us. If you've been here before, we are so thrilled to see you again. Before we get started, I'd like to go over a few housekeeping items and announcements. You will be on mute throughout the presentation. You can hear us, but we cannot hear you. If you would like to ask a question, please submit your question using the Q&A section of the control panel of your screen, and we will review the questions as time permits. We are recording this session and it will be available in 2 business days on the IAIP YouTube channel. And if you have found us today on the YouTube channel, welcome and thank you so much for watching. So please help me welcome IAIP President Vicki Harmon, along with President-elect Lisa Harden. They will be talking about the current state of the association. Thank you both for joining us today.
Welcome, everyone, and thank you, Amanda, for the introduction. This is one of my favorite town halls of the year, and it is absolutely my pleasure to give you all this information along with my partner in crime, Lisa Harden, our president-elect, as she's gearing up for her term. This is such a great tool. It's a chance to take a look back at where we've been and fill in the gaps for those of you who don't have a council, or maybe you weren't able to make it to a council meeting. So you can get that same association update that the RVPs have been giving across the council meetings. We do have a bit more news than usual this time in this update because this wasn't part of the council meeting presentation, as it took a little while to get everything finalized, but the announcement did go out last week as an email. And in case you missed it, our breaking news is that effective December 1st, 2024, just a few days from now, IAIP will move our management contract from Ethereum to Engage Management. Ethereum has been a fabulous partner with us for the past decade, but we have to set friendships aside and make business decisions. And that's how we ended up where we are. Or shouldn't say it that way, but that's how we made this decision, because we're looking for what's best for the business of the association, despite the fact that we won't be working with the folks that we have become near and dear friends with over the years. So on behalf of myself and the entire board, Beth, Amanda, Ashley, we cannot thank you enough for the years of partnership and dedication and everything you have done for us. The transition has already begun, and our new team will be an executive director of Tiffany Bukowski, membership specialist Jana Rudisale, graphic designer Riley Dinu, marketing specialist Jillian Waldron. I have not met the entire team yet, but I have met several of them, and it's exciting to move forward. And I'll just have to keep up with my friends through social media and other ways. So in that announcement that we sent out last week, there was also a frequently asked questions document that you can refer to, but we are happy to discuss it today as well, which is why I wanted to share this announcement early in the presentation, so you have a chance to think it over and come up with any questions you might have, as we should have plenty of time for Q&A at the end. And Lisa will kick off our first topic, our first update topic, and I'll do the screen share. So let me mute and she can take it away.
Thanks, Vicki. So the first thing we're going to talk about is technology. Many of you know that we have an online member community similar to Facebook, but it remains private with just IAIP members. To view the community, all you need to do is log into your membership account and click the My Feed tab. Once you do that, the community page shows up with all of the different announcements. Here you can connect with other members, post topics for discussion, announce IAIP activities, and sign up for networking and educational opportunities, both virtually and in person. One change that we have made to the online member community is based on feedback from the members, is that everyone can now see everyone else's posts. In the past, board members and staff members were noted as ambassadors, and everyone else could only see the posts from people they connected with. While we still want to encourage us members making connections, we have changed the way everybody views it so everyone can see all of the information, regardless of whether you're connected to someone or not. And that way, if you see somebody, a new name, you can send out that connection request. This is also the perfect place for new members to introduce themselves, and I've seen many new introductions over the last few months, and I'm very happy to see that. The next thing we have are membership directories. Did you know that it's very easy to get a membership directory for any group that you're a member of? All you need to do from your group page, whether it's regional, council, local, or a task force, is click on your group page and then click the directory. Membership directory under pages. This landing page gives you three choices. One is just going to the directory itself. The second is a screenshot guide of how to do it. And the third is a video tutorial. So if you just hit the directories, excuse me, you will see the first option is to print a report, but the second option is to export to a CSV file. And then that way you can download that file. And then once you have it downloaded, you can manipulate it however you want. You can filter it by state, you can put it in alphabetical order by member, you can, whatever column there is, you can sort and filter it the way you need to. So it's very easy. If you still have questions, reach out to your RVP or membership director, and they will walk you through it as well. Great. Today's insurance professional. Can you believe it's been 2 years since we've moved from a printed online virtual magazine to a blog? This switch enabled us to provide real-time articles about the association and the insurance industry, and is placing IAIP into an influencer space as a resource for members and the general public, because this blog is available right on our homepage. You don't have to be a member to read the blog articles. So feel free to share this with anyone on your team, especially if an article comes up that is pertinent and you want to share that information. It is easily available. The Marketing and Publication Task Force is always looking for contributors. So if you're a subject matter expert, let us know. This is also an excellent opportunity to become a micro volunteer. And you're going to hear this word a lot. It's a new concept that we've come up with to try and find things where members can provide talent. They have talents and they can help us, but it's just a short opportunity. It's a one-time thing. It's not a commitment to a 12 Zoom meeting a year type thing, but it's a one and done type thing. So for example, if you're a great proofreader, we can certainly use people to proofread our blog articles, and that might take you, 20 minutes to a half an hour to review the article and make the changes, but that does take something off somebody else's desk. So look forward to more information on micro volunteer opportunities. Vicki is now going to do education.
A subject that is always near and dear to my heart. And as you all probably already know, the learning management system is live for on-demand learning. The future of learning was launched in March of 2023 and forever changed the way IAIP's self-study educational programs are delivered. Each course loaded into the LMS was recorded by an IAIP volunteer and is accessible in an on-demand self-study format that gives you the ability to start and stop the sessions at your convenience. So you don't have to run through an entire 2-hour class in a 2-hour setting. You can do Maybe you have 30 minutes in your lunch break that you can work through a couple of modules. You can work through those 30 minutes, save where you are. It automatically saves where you leave off. And then when you come back to it, maybe that afternoon or the next day, you can pick up right where you left off and continue on in your programming. Now, another thing about the LMS is the student guides are now available within the LMS. I do believe the link in the LMS is a request, so you're not going to have it the instant you hit the button. It does go out to member services, who then sends you that guide back. So if you're planning to take an LMS class, you might want to go ahead and log into it the first time, request your student guide. That way you'll have it by the time you're ready to actually proceed through the course material. So let's see, because I stopped reading my script and lost where I was. I'd like to remind you that the self-study guides have been coming out of the store. If something is in the LMS, there is not a self-study guide for it in the store, because the LMS is our version of self-study. And I think I see something in the chat there, because that is the next thing. The ACR designation is not in the LMS yet, but there are plans to get it there. It is a work in process. So that actually feeds right into my next topic. We have a new program called the ACR. How many of you have already started and taken a class or two on it? And I'm sure there will be some in chat popping in saying, I've taken a class, I've taken a class. So I've seen lots of people have taken these classes. And then there could be some folks in the audience who are saying, I wonder what an ACR is. That is our Associate and Client Relations. Our new designation program launched in June of 24 at the convention in Scottsdale. This designation encompasses 40 hours of programming across 13 different classes, including topics like business etiquette, listening skills, negotiation, overcoming client objections. There's some great material in them. This is here's where my plug is about it's not in the LMS yet, so keep your eyes open on the IAIP calendar for any virtual sessions that are available. If you're looking for a class because, you want to take this ACR class or any class and you don't see it on the calendar, reach out to your RVP or your education director in your area. They can help set one up, and if you are looking to take that class, it's possible somebody else is looking to take it too. So we are happy to get more classes on the calendar. So speaking of classes and the calendar, there are probably lots of people within this. Well, I know there are lots of people based on who I saw on the participants list who are certified instructors. I'm one. I do believe Lisa's one. I see Lori Oakton in the chat. She's a certified instructor. We now have an instructor portal with all of the instructor materials that are necessary to give a class. There's no charge for this service. You can get the materials you need to teach a class without having to get a legacy grant or pay out of your own pocket. We greatly appreciate our certified instructors, and we appreciate the time and effort that they are contributing to the association to put these classes on, so we are not charging for the materials any longer. Let's see, make sure I haven't missed anything. If you need help setting up a virtual class, I will say, and I haven't asked her ahead of time, but I'm sure she agrees with me, Jonelle Thames-Leak is the absolute expert at setting these up. Region 1 has been rocking it with getting classes offered on a regular basis. So if you are a local or from a council or even any of the other regions and, I'd really like to do some virtual classes, but I'm not sure how to do it, reach out. We would love to help you with this. So never stop learning. Our members live this motto every day. To assist with that, we, as an organization, strive to keep all of our educational content current and develop additional programs and designations. What do you want to know about? What would you like to see in our educational arsenal? Let us know. Send us your thoughts. You can send it to any member of the board, your RVP, or the Education Task Force. As y'all know, Sue Quimby, she's not co-chair of the Education Task Force since she's the current secretary, but she is also one who holds education near and dear to her heart. And Kimberly Snavely is the chair of the Education Task Force. You reach out to any of us and we will get that information in progress because we love to learn. Lisa can tell us what's up with our membership.
So last year, our IAIP membership and engagement task force held the most successful membership drive in IAIP's history. Connect to the power of IAIP. Just think about those words. We do a lot of connections and they do have a lot of power. And this year, the task force has been asked to do the same thing this year, hopefully imitating the success we had last year. So help IAIP recruit new members and bring back previous past members. Make sure they list you as their recruiter to be entered into the contest, and watch the IAIP website and your newsletters for further updates as to potential prizes.
Absolutely. We love winning prizes. So, have you heard about our YouTube channel? Amanda mentioned it as she introduced us. You can find us on YouTube as @The Insurance Pros. Is that not the best name ever? Because that's who we are. We are the Insurance Pros. We should live that every day. We do live that every day. I shouldn't say we should, because we do. So be sure to find us, subscribe, share, follow. Let's continue to get the word out about all of the exciting things IAIP has accomplished and everything we have in the works. As we shared at the last two conventions, IAIP is no longer the best kept secret in the insurance industry. Yay! As different marketing segments go live, please help us by sharing the word on your social media platforms, including LinkedIn. Speaking of LinkedIn, don't forget to add your IAIP involvement to your LinkedIn profile as well. Share, 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 and please remember to share posts from the original source. Lisa can tell us about our awards.
Have you heard that we have a new award? It's the Distinguished Insurance Professional of the Year. This award is to recognize retired members who have been a member for at least 10 years and continue to remain involved in IAIP. These retired members provide a wonderful source of information, mentorship, guidance, all over cheerleading, and we want to recognize them. The criteria includes IAIP involvement, mentoring, and membership engagement activities, community involvement, and an essay. What's an award application without an essay? On one of two IAIP related topics. How do you give back to IAIP members? Or what motivates you to stay active in IAIP? Both of those topics are wonderful, and I can't wait to read those essays as the award chairman this year. While the award deadline has passed, it was last Friday if you hadn't heard, it's still important to talk about them. And we just had this conversation yesterday in our board meeting. It can be tough to get folks to fill out the application. They say it's too long, it's too much information, I just can't do it. It's like how you eat an elephant, one bite at a time. Start early and it won't take so long. Most of us do what we do because we love doing it, not to get an award. So I get it. But no one can nominate you for these awards. No one else knows all the amazing things you've done over the course of a year, the past 2 years, or the past 5 years. Just because you might not think you're amazing doesn't mean the things you have done aren't. And you're not just tooting your own horn. You're helping us as an association to celebrate our exceptional members and all they can accomplish. And you never know, you might inspire someone to apply for an award after they see you win it.
Absolutely. And I will say, I have applied for awards after I saw somebody that I know win it and think, oh, I fit that criteria too. Huh, look at that. Our awards are fabulous. And when I was president-elect in Scottsdale, I got to do the award ceremony at the convention, which I absolutely loved. I thought doing CWC MC was a highlight. The award ceremony really is. I really enjoy convention. I enjoy convention in general, but Scottsdale was fantastic. We had excellent participation. Our engagement is off the charts. Our exhibitors always tell us that our attendees are just the best. And thank you for that. It really makes a difference when everyone is motivated and speaks to the exhibitors and thanks them for being here. Even if it's not a product that you may or may not use in your office, just having a conversation with them while you're there is meaningful. We all love to see the large helpings of logo soup in the PowerPoints when we're there at convention and oh, look, we need 2 screens to get all of the logos airtime, which is great. If you have a lead for a convention sponsor, let us know. We need all the industry support we can get to make 2025 a success. And trust me, the companies want to see their logo up there with all the rest in that big helping of logo soup. All it takes is an introduction from you and we can do the rest.
More on micro volunteering. So if you go to the volunteer interest form, there are several new choices available. You have the opportunity to tell us what you're good at and without committing to 12 Zoom meetings. We've opened up some micro volunteer opportunities, and we will create a database of people based on their skills. And when that skill need comes up, we'll know who to contact. Things like proofreading a blog article. Again, proofreading, if reading is easy for you, it's not easy for me because I tend to miss things, and I thoroughly appreciate anybody who can do that. Maybe just let the marketing and publications task force know, and if they have a blog article that comes up that just needs proofreading or another once over, they can send it to you. And again, 20 minutes, you're done and off to the next item. Remember, you don't have to write the blog. You don't have to find somebody to write it. You just need to proofread it. It's a big help. Well, there's a lot of other small tasks. Do you know that these Zoom chats are saved? And we will watch for questions in those Zoom chats and follow up on anything that we don't get to address during a town hall meeting. One of the other things is a commitment to social media. Are you on social media? Do you have all of the links to all of the IAIP regional websites and the international website? We always need people to comment on our social media posts and YouTube videos. That's a micro volunteering opportunity as well. And as Vicki mentioned, make sure you're sharing that from the original source so that we can keep track of those clicks and likes. If you have a skill or talent that could be shared that's not on the list, let us know and we will put it on the list. Again, we're trying to develop a database of volunteer talents so that we can have that information readily available when the need comes around. So before we go to the question and answer portion of our program, I have a few quick reminders. December 1st, regional nominating committee applications are due. And this is for the odd regions this year, 1, 3, 5, and 7. Applications for international secretary are also due December 1st. While December 10th deadline for the CWC application is not applicable anymore, we have changed that to 60 days prior to your scheduled regional conference. So if your scheduled regional conference is in March or April, then you need to get that CWC application in 60 days prior to that. If your regional conference this year will be the hub in Oklahoma in June, that's the date you use for your application date. So 60 days prior to the international convention. This helps clarify a lot of, or simplify the process, being that not everyone is doing their standalone regionals, and there are people or regions using the hub, which we love. And January 15th, Legacy Foundation scholarship applications are due, as well as those regional vice president candidate applications in regions 1, 3, 5, and 7. So that nominating committee has somebody to talk to. All right, do we have any questions in the Q&A?
I don't see any yet, but while we let those questions come in, so please do submit them because we have dedicated this time. I'm sure folks have questions and we would love to answer them while we can. I will gladly fill some time by talking about our 2025 convention in Oklahoma City. I just dropped the link to the convention page on our site. The registration link isn't live yet, but you can see the theme and the branding. There's a little bit of information already. It's got the dates on it. The convention prospectus is also available. So if you know of any companies or vendors that might be interested in participating, if they would like to come and exhibit or sponsor, however they would like to interact with us, let us know. We've got ways we can absolutely work with them. I had never been to Oklahoma City before until I went for the site visit. Holy smokes, it's beautiful. And it was February when I was there, so it was a little bit on the chilly side. And June, I'm sure, will be much warmer, but maybe not as warm as Scottsdale was, if we're lucky. It is a lovely facility, though, at the Omni in Oklahoma City, which is right next to Scissortail Park. Catty corner across the intersection from the hotel is the pickup for the streetcar, which runs 24/7, I do believe, and goes to lots of areas around Oklahoma City. So most of the museums and points of interest that you would want to go see as a tourist site and such are on the streetcar. And anything that's not on the streetcar line is a very reasonably priced ride share away if you're not driving in. So there is lots to see and do in Oklahoma, aside from coming and learning and doing all of the cool things that we do at convention, because it's the best shot of enthusiasm you're ever going to get. I love going to convention and coming back just feeling refreshed and yay. I'm not the only one who maybe struggles with A, B, or C, because I sat down and chatted with Lisa and she struggles with A, B, and C too. And maybe we'll figure out an easier way to do A, B, and C. That one-on-one networking can be so impactful. And of course, the classes and the speakers and all of the good things that we have in convention. I am absolutely shocked, y'all. Why is there nothing in our Q&A box? I thought for sure we would have something in here. We get to the participants.
We're just that good, I guess.
Right?
We preemptively answered everybody's question.
We'll take comments as well.
Yes.
Trying to get my screen big enough so I can actually see.
I was going to say that usually does mean that you did a really good job of explaining if there are no questions, because this group is not shy. They will ask the question. So
yeah, I'm looking through the names of the attendees who are online at the moment, and not a single one of them is a shy person.
Well, is that all that you
fantastic.
have for us today?
That is all we have.
Okay. Well, as I close this out, please mark your calendar. Our next educational opportunity will be Monday, November 25th, as Sue pointed out in the comment box. You still time to register. Region 1 presents the CLP Virtual, The Golden Rule, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And another course is actually going to be offered on Monday, December the 2nd. And that opportunity will be a CLPA virtual toughest supervisorial challenges with Region 1 as well from 6 to 8 p.m. And then on Tuesday, December 3rd, Region 4 will present an ACR virtual, creating an outstanding customer experience from 3 to 5 p.m. So be sure to review the IAIP calendar on a weekly basis because we are constantly adding new opportunities. And I always want to point out that many of these opportunities are made possible by the NAIW Legacy Foundation and supporters and donors like you. So I just want to look over here. We have a couple of things pop in. Oh, it's the 9th.
Yes.
Okay.
Comments in the chat, since they're
Okay.
about y'all, I will read them
Oh.
to you, Amanda. From Shane Dench, she would like to recognize and thank our current staff for all they have done for IIP. Amanda, Betsy, and Ashley, y'all really are the best. Regina echoes that sentiment that she will miss y'all. We all will.
Yes.
That's why I say we'll have to keep up with our friends and other means if we're not doing the boxes.
And then I'd also like to just take the opportunity to thank all of you for the last 10 years of partnership we have had with this amazing organization. And it has been our pleasure to serve this membership and the insurance industry. And so from all of us at Ethereum, we wish each and every one of you the best in this next chapter for IAIP. And we are looking forward to watching all of you and this organization soar to the next level. So thank you for letting us be a part of that 10-year journey. Can't wait to see what's next for everybody.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Goodbye. Thanks everyone for joining us today.
Have
Take
a great
care.
day.
Bye.